another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 71. The conversation I want to get into today, can Jaron Ennis actually beat Terence Crawford? I'm going to break it all down in this video, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell.
I like Jaron Ennis. Boots. I like Terence Crawford. Big bro.
If they fight, who wins? Crawford, one of the best pound for pound. Boots Ennis, one of the best pound for pound. 28-0, 26 knockouts.
Man, I don't know. It's levels. I feel like if Boots gets some more experience, get in there with more bigger names and keep on, he'll do a lot better than right now. But right now I got Terence because, experience.
Say you want to fight anybody in the division. It seems like a lot of people want to get Terence Crawford in the ring, but it might use boxing politics that's, in the way. Do you think that you can get a Crawford fight? I know he need an opponent.
I feel like I can get any fight I want. But it's up to the guys that we offering the deals to or the fight to. I take it or not. A lot of people been turning me down and stuff like that. So, like I said, ain't nothing I can do but just keep winning. Yeah, you gotta stay focused and be patient. And patience is key.
So you know how I do my videos now, round 1 and round 2. So the big topic of this video is, can Jaron Ennis actually beat Terence Crawford? We're going to go skill for skill. And round 2, we're going to actually go by experience. So let's get into round 1, skill for skill. Both of them are tremendous fighters. I think both of them have, they both are switch hitters, which will make an interesting fight, because if, one switches to southpaw orthodox, the other one can also switch as well to take certain punches away from the other one. So that's pretty interesting. As long as I've been watching boxing, I have never seen two guys that can switch it and have power in both hands. So that will be very fun to watch. It'll make the fight very interesting. And also just footwork and stuff like that. I don't know if I had to go by age. A lot of times, your reflexes are a lot faster. You got a lot more energy. But Terence Crawford is always in shape, so I don't think age will play a big part in it. It could and it could not. It just depends on what time they fight. And what I mean, what time they fight, is it this year, next year, a couple years from now, 4 years from now? Terence Crawford is already, I think he's about to turn 40. No, I said 40. He's about to turn 30, 35, I think this year. I'm not real sure about when his birthday is, but I know he's been 34 for a while, so I'm pretty sure his birthday has to be coming up sooner or later. So it just depends on when they fight. Will age play a part? Conditioning, I think both guys would be in tremendous condition. Terence Crawford is always in the gym, and Jaron Ennis is always in the gym as well. Like I say, I always say this in all my videos. Anytime I post a video about Jaron Ennis, every video I look up when I'm doing my research, he's always at a gym or at a fight. So both of them will be in tremendous shape, so I don't really see one outweighing the other. Footwork. Who has the better footwork? I think Terence Crawford, he has really good footwork. He can be in and out, and I also think that Jaron Ennis has very good footwork too. So I think with footwork, I would say it's about even. I don't think it'll be a big discrepancy. I think they'll do, use their footwork when they both have to. But I think they probably both even. And just overall, just game planning. How can one game plan against another? I think that Jaron Ennis can actually use his speed. I think he could be a little bit faster. He can come out a lot faster than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford normally come out a little bit flat-footed, a little bit preserved, because he's more of a guy that's going to read you first and then start picking you off in the later rounds. That's why you always see in certain fights that Terence Crawford, sometimes he has a little bit of trouble. Well, it looks like trouble to the naked eye, but I don't perceive it as trouble. I see it as actually studying your opponent. And I think Jaron Ennis could actually, it could benefit him in a certain amount of, maybe it could benefit him. It just depends on what he's doing. Is he using his jab? How fast he's coming out? Is he coming out throwing combinations? But could it get him in the later rounds as far as getting tired? Like I say, both guys will come super conditioned. So I don't know. It just depends. But I do think that Terence Crawford can find a way to adjust to what Jaron Ennis is doing. So let's get into round 2 with the experience. So round 2, we're going to get into it. Experience. Will experience play a big part in who wins? Terence Crawford overall has more experience being a champion. But Jaron Ennis, man, he has a lot of fights, especially to be only 24 years old. He has like 27 fights, and I think he's like 26 knockouts or whatever. But I'm not really going to go based off knockouts. I'm going based off fights. And Terence Crawford has 35 fights, I think, 35, anywhere between 35 and 39 fights. So he has a good bit of fights too. But Terence Crawford is also a little bit older. But I do give Terence Crawford more of the edge as far as being more experienced as being a champion. A lot of times when you're a champion for so many years, back to back to back, he's been a champion at 140, 147. So he knows what it takes to go into the big fights, fighting for a championship belt. So that could play a big part in it. But as far as experience, as far as what else can I think of? It may be a couple other things that Jaron Ennis has to work on. One thing I can almost say is also with experience, defense. I always say something about his Jaron Ennis defense. So Terence Crawford is one of them guys. He can counterpunch. Both guys can counterpunch, but I think I would have to give Terence Crawford more the edge when it comes to counterpunching, because Jaron Ennis, he's so fast that a lot of times he's throwing punches when the other guy's throwing punches, you get hit super clean. So if you get hit clean by an elite fighter like Terence Crawford, that could hurt you. That could really offset what you want to do as far as competing for what, not competing, but staying in the rounds, winning rounds. So I think that could play a big part. I think it's Terence Crawford as far as experience, as far as counterpunching, knowing what to do in the later rounds if he's in trouble. We've never seen either one of these guys have never been in like a real trouble. But as far as competition, experience-wise, I would have to also go with Terence Crawford, because I think this far in his career, he has fought tougher opponents. A lot of times when you're up and coming, you're not going to get those big names, so you're not going to know what it's like to fight one of the current champion. You may fight maybe contenders. You may fight guys that had a championship belt, but they're a lot older. They're more of a gatekeeper. So I have to go with Terence Crawford as far as experience fighting. Guys that's number one contenders. Sean Porter, Jaron Ennis, he has never faced anybody as rough and tough as Sean Porter thus far in his career. But just the moment, a lot of people don't think about the moment experience. When you go into a fight, you're really nervous. So I'm thinking that I would also have to go with Terence Crawford as far as being, mind conditioning going into a big fight. Like I said before, in round 1, he's been a champion for quite some time. He knows what it takes. So mentally, he will be prepared. He will be probably a little bit more calm. A lot of times you can see a fighter, coming into a ring or something like that, and they just look so calm, like they're so used to it. But a lot of times when you in high altitude, when it comes to actually facing a big opponent, a lot of fighters don't know really how to adjust, so they come out flat-footed. They not used to the big crowds or the publicity. Everything can play a part when you're going into a fight. So I also have to give it to Terence Crawford when it comes to experience. But one thing in boxing, when you step inside that square circle, you never know who's going to win in that moment, because if you once those two fighters get in there, they have to figure it out. They put on a big performance, and we get to see who wins at the end of the day. So with all that said, I would still have to stick with Terence Crawford as far as overall winning the fight, only because some of the things that I'm thinking about that he may do. And I think on down the line, I think that it could be a really good close fight. But you guys let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo, episode number 73. You guys let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. If you want to see what I'm wearing, shoptachi.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video. If you like the video, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also hit that notification bell. With all that out of the way, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo.